Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. This is the National Football League. As we'll see Joe Flacco and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Philadelphia Eagles.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. And he returns this to the 22. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, a former Blue Hen out of Delaware. It's Joe Flacco.
Remember when the conversation was, is Joe Flacco elite? Well, at one point he was elite enough to not only win a Super Bowl, but be named the MVP of that game. And for a time, one of the top-paid quarterbacks in the league. Not bad for a young man who transferred to Delaware from Pitt while in college. This guy has had a great career. Not many chances now to lead an offense, but still capable if put on the field.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a second down and 4. Flacco. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. First and 10, it's Patterson. Milton Williams there on the tackle.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
This is 2nd and 8. Play action, Flacco. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down and 6 now. Again, Patterson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Flacco. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. Mahomes going to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Jefferson moving in motion left. Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mahomes now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the posts. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check. Let's go.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Flacco. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To pass, Flacco. A short one there to Freiermuth. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, Flacco now. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And again, it's Flacco to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Mike 17. Hold this. Mike 17. Mike 17.
Once more, it's Flacco. Completes it to Austin. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Flacco looks to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 8. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Flacco will take to the air again. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Mahomes. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. That is caught. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been all about the defense, just a lone field goal in that first half, and as a result, not too much available in terms of highlights. But that's okay. We've got a full half to go. And to bring it your way, let's get back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Just one field goal and a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. Zone read, here's Shipley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This one brought in by Jefferson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. Give them 18 on the play. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Jacobs. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. First and 10 here for Flacco. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another first and 10. Flacco. He finds Pickens over the middle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Operating off play action, Flacco. That is caught. It's Williams. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, you know, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Flacco. A short one there to Freiermuth. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now it's Flacco. And his throw here's incomplete.
So they look like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here's third down at 5.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here's Flacco. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. They'll give it to Patterson. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's second down and 3.
Mike. Defense wins championships, baby. Let's go.
Tossing out right here to Patterson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. A big play looming on third down. Flacco toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on fourth down. Now Flacco. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Critical extra point up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down 7-6. Less than 90 seconds to go. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. Mahomes keeps himself, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Can't give him points for the intent, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
They'll come up now on second down. Here's Mahomes. That'll be caught by Cup. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. Mahomes Completes this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. This is 1st and 10. They'll fake the jet sweep there. Instead, hand to Jacobs up the middle. And he's taken down. And now they can milk this, take it all the way down, call the timeout, and set up the game-winning field goal try. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. One last gasp for Flacco. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. And with that, we say so long from Pittsburgh.